Hey everyone, just doing a quick video here this morning to show you guys what daily care on a Tegu's like. We're just going to be doing a little bit of feeding and spraying down the enclosure. As you can see, the substrate's a bit dry and it gets a bit dusty, so we just like to keep the top layer of the substrate at least pretty moist. So I'm just going to go in here, I'm going to pour in, say probably two or three cups of water just to moisten the substrate. Just like that is good. Not too much. You don't want it soaking all the way through, because that's then you'll have some mold growth, and any kind of still moisture is pretty bad. So you're gonna want to be a little bit careful about that. Primarily for enclosures that don't have an electric humidifier system. I'm just using a spray bottle to aerosolize stuff, and as fine as you can get. Granted, it's not going to work super well. If it is just a little hand spray bottle, you're better off with something like this that pumps, but the nozzle's fucked on mine. So we're just going to do this, like 20-30 sprays. And that's pretty much it. As far as misting goes, you're going to want to do this probably every day to every other day, depending on the ambient humidity, wherever you have the enclosure set up. You can see she's getting a bit tense because I've made a lot of noise here, but just wait and see how she reacts once I bring out the food bowl. So I've just got some supers here dusted with some calcium with D3, and yeah, you can see she knows that's her bowl. Now, I am doing a bit of target training with her. So I present this with the food so she learns to associate it with the food. So yeah, we're going to do a little target training here, which basically just involves, at this point, waving it in front of her face until we get a desired response, which is basically touching it. I just want her to touch it, investigate it, and then immediately we present the food. And you can see she'll come right up and take the food. We're not quite at the point where I'm hand feeding her, but she's taking it from a pretty small bowl. She's getting acclimated. You can see she's got a bit of dirt just stuck in her mouth. It happens because these guys do like to burrow. Anytime they're resting, they'll generally burrow under the substrate. So you gotta monitor that and make sure they have mostly clean water every day. She's more interested in the foam than the worms, which is pretty funny. So we'll just leave her to this. You can see she's checking out my glove, but she knows it's non-edible. Yeah, she might give it an investigative nip here or there, but for the most part, she knows where the food is. Ooh. Cool. So that's care for a juvenile. And then over here in our now hospital enclosure, we've got our big girl Cleo. And she's just hanging out on the platform here. We're going to be target training Cleo a bit too. Just presenting her with the target, letting her investigate it. And then as soon as we get that desired response, which is investigation, we present her with food. Like that. And you can see she's just going to town, making a mess. But she gets there. Just really quickly processing prey items, and down the hatch they go. You can see she's retreating from my sight line. So we're just going to leave her alone now. She's obviously a bit bothered by her presence here. I've just got a rat here from last night's snake feeding, and I'm going to be throwing it to our big girl Cleo. She's just hanging out on the basking platform, getting a nice mist, getting a nice sun. And it's feeding day anyway, so we might as well do a bit of target training. So all I'm going to do is just present her the ball until I get a desired reaction, which I just want her to touch it. Today we're just going to go for a touch. Can we touch it? She smelled it? That is close enough in my book, so let's get the rat. Hey. Come on, you can do it. There you go. See, those teeth are so sharp, it just tore through the outer layer of skin there, straight into muscle. I've noticed that tegus are kind of like crocodiles when it comes to dismembering their prey. They tear off the easy parts first, arm, leg, a tail there, and a head here, and then they just swallow what they can once they process it down. So yeah, that's daily Tegu management. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope this was at least interesting, if not helpful.